Good morning, comrades. Yes, it's me. And guess what? Part 2. A quick overview of the budget. Now, what I meant to say on part 1, but I'll start off by saying this, is no matter what we see written down, the Welsh Government, because they are a dictatorship, will just change it. Best example is net zero. They decided they called an emergency of net zero, but they didn't ask the actual taxpayers. Right, so I'm going to cover myself by saying any of this could actually just be a lie, right, because you can't really tell, can you? So let's have a look at central services and administration. Now this is one of the rare things where they've actually kept the same name for the 25-26 budget. And what they've got here on the face of it, looking at it, is £140 million more. And we all know what that is for, don't we? Literally, that is for the 36 more people coming into the Senate. Now, given that the amount of expenses are all going to claim, plus of course the extra people they need and accommodation and food costs and heating costs, which we of course pay for, I suspect that figure will be more likely up to £200 million in a blink of an eye. So that's where some of our money is going to. The other bit is this bit here. Now, it used to be called Education and Welsh Language, and now it's just education. Now they're only getting £2 million more, but more interestingly is if you look where the blue arrow is, they're going to teach people how to eat properly. Now, I always thought that was part of the parents' role. However, education seems to be now the new forefront of propaganda for the youngsters. Yes, in my days you had a teacher who say, you know, have a think about this, have a look at this. This is actual history. Now, of course, I don't think they're doing any of that. I think it's a little bit more like things like eating properly. Have you heard of Bill Gates? Oh, that bloke's great at insect stuff. Have a bite of this for your lunch. That's where I think that's going to go. I totally don't agree with it. I think parents need to be in charge of all of that. That's how it should be. Right then, so they're getting £2 million more. Right, so, finance and local government. Now this one is quite interesting because you've now noticed they've changed the housing and local government. Yes, we're now another change, which of course means that there's something else going on. Right then, but what they've decided to do, on the face of it, big picture stuff here, they're going to build 20,000 social homes. Right, okay, now then, by 2026. Right, I don't really know how they're going on with that actually, but that's quite soon, isn't it? Now, I'm working on the theory that the £1.67 billion is what there's allocated to it. Fair enough. But we all know, what with net zero costs and everything else, pushing everything up, and that will be more like £2.67 billion of taxpayers' money. Right. Now, the bit also, which I find interesting, is this. They say that they're trying to keep council tax bills and business rates bills as low as possible. I don't know what as low as possible mean. So I could take stepping over a Lego brick as low as possible, or me trying to step over a block of flats. You see, the problem is when politicians say something like as low as possible, it doesn't mean anything because it's a meaningless phrase. You have to be more exact when you're using our money, but there never will be. However, they're then going to say that they're trying to help businesses, which is odd, because they're going to do a tourist tax, aren't they? Right. How does that help businesses? Because as a tourist, I won't want to come to a place where I'm paying a tax where I've already paid tax many, many times over in the country I live in. So I don't get that. In addition to that, 20 mile an hour is putting people off. Yes, because they might get fined for going over 20 miles an hour. Now the other thing coming your way soon in Wales is road charging. Yes, and I'm going to cover that in my next video. So the problem is, again, it's a bit like smoke and mirrors, all of this. Now the other thing is on the economy, and I did say there was a bit more to come with net zero, and I found it round here, look, you see. So these, so we go from economy to economy, energy and planning, and there's the net zero, blue arrow, so it's about emissions this time, right? And they've got a total of £246 million. Now, if you want to boost the economy, you need to reverse like 20 miles an hour, you need to reverse tourist tax, you need to also reverse things to do with second homes. Because whether you like it or not, 40% of the economy, your quotes, not mine, are part of the Welsh economy. So you're willing to now knock off 40%. well done you. So what's your plan then? Because I've looked at this and I can't see any plan apart from recycling and everything else to do with environmentally friendly stuff. That does not produce jobs, I'll tell you that now. I've looked at it. Right, all I will say is keep the money at home. Use it to look after people at home and build projects which actually work. Not vanity stuff. That never works, it never will do. And if you're going to fund something and a private person says I'll do it, don't fund them. Let them fail without using our money. That's what it should be. Right, what else we got? Oh, right there, I have a little bit of an insight. Implementation costs of legislation 25 to 26, yeah. I'll be doing that as a separate one because that might get you a tad annoyed. Right, thank you for watching. Catch you on the other side, comrade. Yes, and on we go.